What up, everybody? It's Power 78. We're gonna make the clicks work, so you could see the parallax effect work better. And another goal of mine is not now, but later. Remember, we have this right here. I want to make it so it could be like when it's down here, it could go to we always have all the way to the top, which is the top button. All right, which is cool. But if it's not, isn't about me section, we could have the a C for contacts or the contact section, and a D for or P for popular dishes. And we highlighted maybe a tooltip says popular dishes and contact or whatever. But this one will always be on top. We don't, And then when we over here, it says about me. When we make it to down here, it's gonna say about me, like an A for about me, and then what's this the popular dishes, the P goes away, whatever, stuff like that. So let's get into the JavaScript. JavaScript is actually not that hard, I believe, because we already have all the stuff inside the index in the HTML file. We should be good to go here. Well, we're gonna have three constants. I can't spell const to save somebody's life. The first one is gonna be about me, like that. Oops. The second one is man, up end. The second one is gonna be dishes. I'm just gonna put like that, dishes like that. Popular dishes, or we could do pop dishes like that. But we know that is gonna be popular dishes once we see the query selector. And the last one is gonna be contact me, like that. So here we go. Gets document. You know what? I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna put a space, equal signs. I'm gonna put document. Gotta spell document right. Dot query selector. And now we could just come over here and start our mission right here. Our query selector. I'm not. I probably didn't spell it right, so let's make sure. QUERY. Looks good to me. So we're gonna put the about. Oh no, this is the pound sign because it's remember it's a. It's a ID. So about me. And we want to use IDs. I don't think people use it as much anymore, but when we do use ID, we want to do it for things like this and this nature. It makes more sense than to use a class. We could have used the ID here too, but we don't need to. So about me, Control V, and that should work. And the same thing here. We're gonna do pop dishes. That's good because we know it stands for popular dishes. And let's bring this over here so it'll be easier to do that. Come back home. I forgot this. That we didn't want that. We wanted that. There you go. As you can see, all these should work. And we want the pound sign. And you see the space here that makes no sense. We didn't have a space in the other one. Do we have a space in the other one? No. That's what happens sometimes. And contact me like this. Oops. Highlight, Control C, and right here Control V. Very simple to do. Now I'm only gonna do the first one, and then I'm just gonna copy it. Add event listener. Okay. In this event listener, we want to add a click. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna put a comment here, and then we're gonna put these two things, add an E, so we could use it later. And by later, I mean right now. We're gonna put E dot prevent default. What happens is that sometimes, and most of the time, if you don't put the prevent default when you load the page, it'll just act like you pressed it already. We don't want that to happen. So after everything's loaded, then we want to prevent the default. We want to make sure it clicks first, which that's why the prevent default don't make no sense to me here. What do we want to happen? Well, we want the document dot query selector. What we want to happen here, we want the .me section, right? For the first one is the .me section. And then we want to put dot scroll to view, scroll into view. Yes, yeah, scroll to into view, and we want to just put true here because we don't really need anything else. That's really the whole thing, I believe. Let's just see if that worked. Let's go Control Shift R, click, and that's the only issue that I have. What's happening? It wants to go all the way to the top, but it has some room here to play with because of this navigational bar. I don't know why I'm not speaking like I'm crazy because of this navigational bar. So we need to find this whole section right here so we can have this working. Oh, we want to have it working so it could have this this section a little bit less, like, you know, like 25 pixels, whatever this is. I really wish I knew the average height of the navigational bar. So bootstrap navbar pixel height, because I think we could just put put minus 54 pixels or 54 pixels. The bootstrap 4 navbar doesn't have a set height, so if renders a height of 54 pixels is controlled by the size of the navbar's content, whatever. So let's see. So they got some bigger ones, some lesser ones, or whatever. I'm not logging in. So they said that, you know, not found, whatever. So they said about 54 pixels. And let's see how we could go to do this. This part I'm not 100% sure, but we can minus 54 pixels. I'm guessing this is, but this is minus 54. Let's see what that does. Control S, Control Shift. Oh no, let's get out of there. Control Shift R. That didn't do it. Minus 54 might have put it plus 54 maybe. And this could be 100% incorrect what I'm doing, but yeah, that's not gonna do it for me. It's gonna scroll into view. Equals true. Could I put another dot? Scroll height. Let's see. Scroll into view. Scroll top. Let's see what I could add here. Dot. Scroll. Into view makes it so much easier. I just saw how good it was. Scroll top gets 0 plus, gets plus 54, gets 54 from the top, right? That's what I think it means. Let's find out, man. Oh man, I didn't want that. Cancel. Nope, that's not what it's doing. I mean, I can make a pattern of some measurement here, but give me a second. I believe I've done this before, so let me look this up real quick. You know what? Let's look it up together. Let me see. Well, let's look at that. I usually go into Stack Overflow, but let's see if we could figure out align to top. Oh, we got some options in here. Let's see what they are. Let's go into view, optional behavior, one of auto or smooth defaults. So block. So yeah, you know, smooth. I don't know why auto is ever a default. Block optional, no. So what we're gonna do when you do scroll into view options, we have to put that in. So we gotta put true, comma, and then this stuff in. But I just want to see if there's a way I can make it align to top. If true, the top of the element will be aligned to the top of the visible area of the scroll bar. Ancestor. That corresponds. If false, the bottom of the element will be aligned to the bottom of the visible area of the scroll bar ancestor. Okay, we don't want that. What do we want? False. True. Oh, we don't even have. Oh, yeah, we could do that. Let's see what this is. This is what we gotta do when we want to look for something up. So I don't mind doing it with y'all. Windows like a path thing split, and again scroll into view. Did I write this? No. Top of the div, but about 10 pixels too far up. Anyone know how to fix that? Y offset equals -10. So scroll to top. Y behavior smooth. I'm not worried about that. So it's saying that we want to. If I just put scroll into view, that would be perfect. If we could put top Y behavior smooth. That's a lot. Let's see. Start scroll into behavior smooth block starts. Oh, it's saying that absolute top -100. See that don't make no sense because we don't want it to -100. We don't want it to be absolute. That's why I don't like that answer. Oh, this is the answer. L. That's going to view true. Let's see. Document that get element by ID containing div dot scroll top minus equals 10. Okay. So this we could put inside there. So let's try that. We said scroll. I just rather let them write it right here. We want this to be true, and then we get we put something else there, that Y offset. We want this to be true, and we want this to be. Let's look at something. Element containing div top scroll top minus equals 10. Let's see if we could do that like that. Scroll top. Right. You know what? Let's put that in a comment down here. This was supposed to be easier. Let's make it a comment right here, right? So it's saying in document that query selector dot me scroll top minus equals, was it 54? That's what it said. Let's see if this works. Control S, Control Shift R. That does not work at all. So let's see what he said before that. He said scroll to view true. So scroll into view true minus equals. Let's see if that works. We never know. Control Shift R. That did not work. So I wish I could put dot scroll top right there. Scroll top. So it's saying to do this right here, and then it said to do I think it's the dot Y offset. Hold on a second, let's figure this out. Okay, so I went online and figured something out. So we want to put a constant here. I'm just gonna call it me, and we're gonna get it dot me. All right, and the thing said to do window. Let me see, window dot scroll to, is it? Scroll to, there it is. There it is. Well, you know what? I actually have it right here. So it says Windows scroll to, and it has. Well, let's just copy this real quick. Control C. We're gonna just Control V. I don't know if we need to put that dot offset thing here, but we're gonna do 54 here. That's not 54. 54 here, and we're gonna call this me because it has no idea. Control S. I'm gonna see if that works without the dot offset Y, and if it does, we will be in business. So let's Control Shift R. It's not moving, so it's like I don't know what you want. So what's happening is you want to get the query selector of the offset, and it was offset. Let's see what it said. Yeah, offset top. Okay, offset top. So that's something that I'm surprised that it's not in here, like offset top. That's crazy. It's not in there. So now this will work because I just tried it before I started the video again. Control Shift R, bam. So that's gonna be pretty much what we're gonna do for them all. Now what we don't need in here is behavior of smooth. I mean, you do see the oh yeah, that worked. You see the comma that made that work. So let's copy this right here, Control C, and see how we're gonna do it for popular dishes, right? And what we want here is the class of dishes. That's right. And we don't want me in here. We want dishes, because that's what we're gonna put in here. Yeah, dishes. So let's see if that works with this. If it works with this, then you know it's gonna work with them all. Control Shift R. So let's go all the way back to the top. And that was beautiful. Even though yeah, that was beautiful. That worked exactly how we wanted it to work. So that doesn't matter. We got some offset stuff there. I'm glad I looked it up. So I was just Googling, and what I did was I said in the past year, I just went, how do I say, go to view, and I found it here, and it works for them all. So that's beautiful. So we're gonna do that for contact me, and we're gonna do something else for that one. I know how to do that one for sure. I just never had this issue before. I mean, I had this issue before, but I couldn't remember if it was scroll to view or whatever. So we need one more. Control C. We wanted to scroll. This one, yeah, this one should matter a little bit. Control V, and what we were contact me. So this is contact me, and this should be contact. And we're just gonna call this contact to save ourselves. And now everything's working. Let's just see if this works as well. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's funny. We don't need an offset because it's not going to make it to the top. So, we could have just put that one scroll to view. We could have literally had done this to the scroll to view thing. So now this is going to be to the scroll to top button. Well, scroll to top button. And I'm just doing that. Oops. So let's end that. And this one's actually kind of easy. We're gonna call this we're gonna make a function. We're gonna call it button visibility. Hopefully I can remember how to do this now. But the function visibility is going to have let's see what we want in here. Okay, it's gonna have an if statement and an else statement here. Alright? And this is what we're gonna use. And we're gonna put if the oh, I didn't get the scroll to top button, so we're just gonna call it another constant here. It's gonna call it scroll to top like that. Document dot query selector, and what do we want in here? We want the scroll to top button. Where is it at? I just want to make sure I don't type anything wrong. There it is. That's what this is gonna do. So if document element dot scroll top is less than or equal to 150 pixels. Well, we didn't put pixels in there. 150. What we want to do is put scroll to top dot style. Now this is another thing. I don't know why this is not in it. That display. I don't know why these things are not in here, and we're gonna put none like that. Else we want to put scroll to top dot style dot display. I know how to type equals block. Do not put true. Spell block properly. Okay, so what we're gonna do right outside of it is put button visibility, and we're gonna call it right. I like to put a little space between everything. Let's get this formatting going. Let's make sure our formats look better. Okay, Control S. For now, let's just look at Control Shift R. So it's there. It's there. And Control Shift R is no longer there. Control Shift R is not there. Control Shift R is there. So basically we're calling it every time the page loads. What we want to do is put document is a document element. Document elements. This is this is document dot scroll, I think it is. A document the add event listener scroll. See how it has it there already? Let's put this comma, and you know what's going on here, and I don't think we want to do much. What the heck? There you go. We're gonna do that and that. It's not much we want to do in here. We want to put document. All right. Oh, we just want to put button refresh. That's all we should need in here. Button visibility. We have to do it like that. Control S. Let's see what this does to our page. Control Shift R. So this is, so you see when it goes all the way to the top, it disappears. So it's doing this thing right. It's doing this thing right. So every time we come down here, it goes, but it's not going up to the top. So this is the easiest part. Scroll to top. Dot. Add event listener. What? And we're gonna put click. And a comma and a tab comma. And then we're gonna put E here, and then we're gonna put the lambda stuff and this stuff, and we're gonna put E dot prevent default, and then underneath it, all we're gonna put is document dot scroll top like that, and then we're gonna put equals 0. So that's all we should need now. I saved it. Control Shift R. If it works, it works. I did something wrong. Let's see what I did wrong. Document. Scroll to top. That event listener. Click E. Document. Scroll top. Document dot scroll top equals 0. Let me see. We could put a scroll to view, but I thought it was, let's see. Document element dot scroll top. Maybe that's what it is. It's always some simple stuff like that. There it is. Disappears. We go all the way down. We go all the way up. It disappears. That's exactly what we want. And as you can see, the picture is changing. That is our what they call it, Parallax Effect. Very simple one. It's 25 minutes. I did everything in so many minutes. You saw how it works. Let's get this to be pink. All right, and that will be on the site. So let's open the site. We could put font color. Oh, we could just put color. I'm sorry, it's not font color. It's that RGB. We want it to be pink. Was it 255? Comma 159 comma 4. Is that right? Let's just go to land and make sure we got it right. That one. Yeah, that should be that. Let's see if we got that going. If anything, we put the Navbar and then we put A. So that's not right. So it doesn't really care about that. So we're gonna put .navbar. We're gonna put A, and then we put a comma A dot visited. Yeah, we're gonna do that for now, and we're gonna put the color to be pink. But we're just gonna copy and paste this. Control C, Control V, Alt Shift F, Control S. Let's save the Control Shift R, Shift R. Oh, you know what we gotta do? All right, let's do that right now. Add a partial. So the text is wanting, so it already has color on there, so it's gonna take this color over the other color, and they don't got, you know, anything like that. So let's take it out of here. Control S. Let's see what that does now. Hopefully everything's pink now, and we should be good to go. And it should work throughout the whole site because, you know, what? Okay. Let's go to site CSS. Let's get rid of this right here and see what this does. Control S, Control Shift R. So it's not taking it out of here. Let's see. That's why I left that open just in case. We got stuck to top. We got that. We got Navbar. Background. Dark. We're gonna change that to black. So I gotta get out of there. And it should work with the A anchors. But let's go navbar.navlink. Yeah, let's go navbar.navitem. Let's see how that works. Okay, site. We're gonna put the background color black. Let's see if we're gonna put the color in both of them, and let's see if we could go in here and put .nav link. Let's see if that works. Is that right? Let me see. Nav item. Nav link. Whatever. So Shift R. Why is that not coming out? Let's see where else we have any colors. Navbar lights. We don't need that lights either. Control S, Shift R, and that should be also black. Background color should be black. So what we're gonna look for is anything that might have some type of color. Maybe this box shadow has a color. I don't know. I'm not gonna bother with that pattern bottom. Looking for the color in here because we on 30 minutes. This is the last thing I'm gonna do. I figured this would be shorter. I'm looking for some type of color. Let's just try. Oh, you know what? Stop. Control S. Control S. I never saved that. This should work now. I hope. I remember every time you delete something or add something from the HTML, you have to stop and restart. I don't know why it doesn't restart. So we got these links right here that should be pink. So let's just do this. Control S that and C. Control Shift R. That makes it pink. And we also want the visitor one to be darker. So the hover, let's do the same thing with hover. And let's make the hover one to be, all right, we're gonna make the hover one to be a darker pink. So let's click here and come in here and just make it, let's just make it darker, like down here, like there you go. Control S, see what that does. Control Shift R. Oh, that's beautiful. That's exactly what we want. And that's it. That's our parallax effect. Now we got to worry about, it's always going to be that. So now we got to worry about all this other stuff, like our recipes and stuff like that. I don't even have the recipes in here, right? So we got to worry about the recipes and showing of the recipes. Didn't I show that already? Let's see the recipes. Yeah, the recipes should be showing. We have all that working. And I deleted the link to it, I guess. But that's okay, because we're going to add stuff on the Navbar. So that's good, 32 minutes. That's a little bit more than I wanted. It should have been done a lot faster, but I had a hiccup. And you're also going to have those hiccups when you do your own code, and you're going to have to learn how to look. Maybe what I wrote was wrong, but I eventually found it. So another thing is, Google tricks of how to search for things better is what we want. Other than that, that's me. I'm out. Out the pal, 78.